This little stick is a new milk frother called NanoFoamer, and it claims to produce cafe-level foam for latte art in only about 20 seconds, which is quite a big claim that we need to test out. So, several months ago we made a review of the various milk frothers on the market. We looked at the cheap and expensive ones, manual and automatic ones, all to find the best option for making cappuccino or latte at home. But we missed the new product that was just launching on Kickstarter, and many of you told us. NanoFoamer was successfully funded by over 5,800 backers and it started shipping in December 2020. Everything looked beautiful on photos and videos, but we wanted to test it out, so we got in touch with the designer Dominic Simmons and we received the test unit just a few weeks ago. We got the NanoFoamer and also the flow tip milk jug. I should say we got these for free, but we are not compensated for making this video. Now, let's look what's inside of the box. You get a NanoFoamer with a protective cover. If you take it out, you see a stick with a propeller. There are two nano screens, fine and super fine, that you attach to the propeller. Adhesive wall mount for better storing, and a compact leaflet with simple instructions. What's not in the box but is part of the package is an online latte art masterclass that you access online. Unfortunately, there is only a temporary version now, but it's already quite helpful for a start. NanoFoamer doesn't come with batteries, so it's relatively light. There is only a small engine that spins the propeller. Honestly, it feels relatively cheap first, but when you add batteries, the additional weight changes the feel of NanoFoamer. Suddenly, it's more heavy and robust. How NanoFoamer works is quite simple but smart. I wonder why it hasn't been done in the past. Instead of spinning the spiral like most handheld milk frothers you know, it uses an impeller to push milk through a screen, which in return creates solid microfoam for latte art. At price around $30 or 25 euros, NanoFoamer stands between basic handheld milk frothers that you get for 10 to 15 euros and cheap automatic milk frothers that cost you 40 to 50 euros. If it works well, it's a pretty good deal, so let's make cappuccino. First espresso, then heat tasty full-fat milk, we aim for about 60 degrees Celsius, and then pour it into the milk pitcher, and it's ready for foaming. Now, if you ever steam milk on an espresso machine, think of the NanoFoamer as a steam one. You submerge impeller into milk at the angle, start stretching the milk for several seconds, and then move it away from the center and lower it down. If you have never done it before, there are good instructions in the booklet and the video online. We also tested it in the water to better understand what's happening with the liquid. It's advertised to make a perfect foam in only 20 seconds. I have to say I couldn't make it that fast with a fine screen. It took me usually about 45 seconds, but it might need more practice and I think I need to use a super fine screen. Also, I think it depends on the preferred thickness of the foam for latte art. Still, the quality of the foam was excellent. It was shining, no or minimum bubbles and very stable, even when we let it sit for a long time. I can't really demonstrate how well you can draw latte art. That's the skill I have yet to master, but taste-wise, I would happily drink this cappuccino at any specialty coffee shop. Comparing to the traditional handheld milk frothers, both build quality and foam quality are much better in NanoFoamer. In our previous review, we could even draw latte art, but the foam was less stable with much more bubbles. Also, frothing took longer. The only thing that I preferred at the handheld milk frother was the switch. Holding a button for up to a minute was annoying. So, what's the conclusion? I think if you match NanoFoamer with some manual espresso maker like Flare or Compresso, you get a powerful combo for making quality cappuccino at home on a budget. If the retail price remains at around 25 euros, I think it's a good deal. The main things I like about the NanoFoamers are that it's portable, lightweight, you don't need electricity, and with a protective case, I wouldn't be worried about throwing it into a bag. It's easy to clean, just rinse it with water for a few seconds and you are done. Unlike the automatic milk frothers, you fully control how you foam the milk. It produces high quality foam in a relatively short time. It comes with a detailed instructions that are easy to follow. And a few things you should know before you make your opinion about NanoFoamer. It's not about pressing the button. It takes some time and practice to learn the best way to use it. Unlike automatic milk frothers or espresso machines, you need to heat the milk first, which adds an extra step into the process. I don't like holding the button for a long time. I would much prefer a simple switch. There is no indication whether the batteries are fully charged or not. It seems that it can influence the motor speed and change the foaming power of the unit. And it's still a brand new product. There might be some flaws and problems that will appear in the future. If you like this video, you should definitely subscribe to our channel and check our recent video about making espresso at home using Cappuccino Compresso, or even more straightforward way of making cappuccino at home using nothing but French press. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.